Hey y'all, welcome to Joko Outdoors. My name's Ken, and today I'm going to be doing a product review on the Spitfire NAP Broadheads. Alright, so let me give you a little backstory on these Broadheads. Last weekend, I went out on opening day, and I had tried one of these products. And I had been very apprehensive about trying that particular brand. And I know a lot of people say a lot of good things about them, but I could probably find as many people to say bad things about them. And I've always been kind of skeptical about expandable type broadheads. I used when I hunted with a bow, I used the NAP Blood Runner, which is kind of a hybrid type expandable broadhead. It has fixed blades, but when it hits, it would expand. Well, I never had a chance to shoot a deer with it, so when I sold my bow, I sold the broadheads with it too. So I was looking for a new broadhead to use with my crossbow, and everybody was telling me, oh, use the Rage, use the Rage, use the Rage. Well, so I did. And I made a perfect lung shot. And when the broadhead went through, it never deployed. So basically I made a little hole in, a little hole out, and no blood trail at all. I mean, literally just little tiny drips. And I ended up losing the deer. Because it had been raining quite a bit, and the blood trail just kind of disappeared because it was just little bitty drips. I mean, I spent most of the evening down on my hands and knees trying to find little drips of blood. Now, if it had deployed, it should have been a giant explosion at the impact, but nothing. So I started doing some reviews, or started looking at some reviews on them. And I found out that I'm not the only one. This seems to be a common problem. And, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm going to go back with the NAP product. So, the NAP Spitfire. So, let me open this up and show you what we got. Turn it down here so you can see what's going on. Alright. So let me get this thing open. They do a pretty good job packaging this. They're like typical companies where they split between the paper. So let me get into this. And one of the reasons why I chose that. Hang on. Dropping pieces out of here. All right, one of the reasons why I chose this particular one, just in case you're wondering why I chose this one over others, is because I'd watched a group of guys. They tested about 15 to 20 different broadheads, expandable ones, fixed blade ones, some new kind of ones that I've never seen before, and they ran them through a pretty good trial. I hate talking to people like this. Let me put you back up here where I can talk to you. It was a pretty good trial. They shot them through a regular target, foam target. They shot it with ballistic gel, and to see the wound channels. And then they shot it through a steel drum. And then they shot it through. Well, they shot it through a piece of plywood into a target, and then through a steel drum. And they did a honest review on all these broadheads. And one of the ones that had stuck out was the Spitfire. So let me roll you down here again. I just wanted to talk to you. I hate talking when people can't see my face. All right, so inside the packaging, you got a broadhead wrench, kind of little flat one. I've got a whole bunch of these, but this one is kind of unique because it's got both the a regular fixed blade and a one that's got a helix type blade on it as well. Alright, let me open this package up here. There we go. Alright, so one of the things that's neat about these particular broadheads is there's no mechanism that holds them in here. They're friction fit. So they kind of snap in place, and I guess it sounds like you'd have to hit this thing pretty hard to be able to pull one of the blades out. So, but it doesn't take a whole lot of force to pull that out. And it's a nice tight package. Looks very similar to the field points that you shoot. Now, that's one of my biggest beefs with broadheads these days, particular expandables, because you can't shoot these into your deer target because it'll tear it apart. So you'd think that the companies would know this and they would send you a practice head. And so I was like, well, let me go look at this, and I saw they had these practice heads. They sell this whole entire package was $21. One practice head was $12. I'm like, come on now, that's kind of ridiculous. So I just use regular practice heads. But let me talk about this a little bit. All right, so I got a 3-blade expandable. Pull this down and see if I can do it without cutting my finger off here. All right, got a nice cutting diameter. I think the packaging says it's 1.5 inch cutting diameter. Now, one of the other things that's cool about this one, and I did a lot of research on this particular one before I got it, and one of the things that intrigued me about it is, if you look right there, come on camera, focus in there. I don't know if you can see it. There is an actual set screw there, and they sell replacement blades for these. Matter of fact, I have you can get, I think, 10 of them for like $5, which is really cool because most of these expandable broadheads are one use and then they're done. Because if you break a blade, especially on like the Rage, you're done. But one of the things I was going to tell you about, and it's also got a very nice point on this. So got a good entry point, which slopes down to each one of these blades to make it deploy properly, which is really cool. But having a friction fit, I thought that was a neat design to have a friction fit type broadhead. So I'll be running these tomorrow when I go out. So I just wanted to show you, I wanted to do a review on these, just about what they look like and how they deploy, in case anybody's wondering about these before you buy them. And tomorrow, if I have a shot, I'll give you a review on how they actually operate. But until that time, I'm going to go ahead and show you these and let you know that they feel pretty solid. They're 100 grain, and I did measure them. Actually, let me go get my scale. I want to show you something. Let me be back in a minute. All right, I got my scale. This is my one I use for reloading. And yeah, I do some reloading too, so I'll be showing you some of that too. I reload right now. I'm mainly doing 300 blackout because that's the round that I'm using for my rifles. But man, I don't know if you can see this. It's like the camera's not going to pick up the blue. But let me just run these through here. All right, I did this earlier and I was pretty impressed. All right, so lay these on here. Put this back over here. All right, lay this on here. This one weighs 105.2 grains. This one 105.1. This one 105.5. So they're pretty consistent. Now they are more than 100 grain. They're 105 grain. So how's that going to affect? I have no idea. I doubt very seriously that 5 grains is going to really make that big of a difference at a 25, 30, 40 yard shot. But if you're going to shoot, because I'm shooting a crossbow, so I can shoot up to 100 yards Not that I would, but you could, and I'm sure that that extra 5 grains is going to make a pretty significant difference. Let me see something here. Try this again because I had noticed I had a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had a 2 gram stuck on the screen there. But anyway, what I was saying, at 100 yards, I could see where 5 grains would make a significant difference. So let me go ahead and turn this guy off here. Put this back up here on my face. Oh, shoot. I won't see me that close. Alright, so that's the Spitfire Broadhead by NAP. And like I said, as soon as I get to give them an actual field test, I'll let you know how they work. But until next time, I want to tell you guys God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.